I certainly wouldn't be put off by buying a BMW E92 M3 if it hadn't had the rod bearings done, because it can always be rectified. That's not a problem. What you need to make sure is that the rest of the vehicle is in good working condition, then we have something to work from. Yes and no. To be fair, you can tell if the rod bearings have been replaced or not to a certain degree by basically taking oil samples. But taking oil samples, one, takes time, and second, it has to be done at quite regular intervals to see if there's any copper content within the oil. If there isn't, 9 times out of 10, the rod bearings are probably being done. If there is copper content in the oil, then I dare say that it probably hasn't been done. To be honest with you, if you just bought an E92 M3 and you're unsure if the bearings have already been changed and you can't quite afford it at this present time, you must let the engine warm up correctly. The biggest issue is with these engines regarding the rod bearings is that people don't let the engine warm up to the correct temperature before taking it out for a run. The most important dial on your dashboard for any BMW M3 owner is the oil temperature gauge. You must make sure that is a constant and correct temperature before you check the vehicle out. Usually it's anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes of start and warm-up time before you can take the vehicle out for a good run. We see someone come in and basically the rod bearings are jacked up. When I say jacked up, it basically grabbed the crank. So all that space between the actual bearing and the crank had gone. The oil had gone, the space had gone, it grabbed hold of it and it basically put 2 pistons through the side of the block. Cylinders 2 and cylinder 7 basically decided they didn't want to be there anymore and left. And when I say they left in a big way, left a massive hole in the side of the block. Engine scrap, that was it. Engine out, put it in the bin, put a new one in. We haven't created this video to scaremonger anybody, to worry anybody or anything at all. All we're trying to do is give you the information you need to make sure your car is in the best condition possible.